The Marathon Alpha released recently, and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017. Bungie is like actually cooked. Look at this. They directly ripped shit from this guy's work. Like, you can see it everywhere, right? It is really... Okay, go to next post directly from here. Oh, okay, move. Move! Okay, I know how to use Twitter. Move! There we go, okay. Look, like, it's like 1-to-1 from here to here. Like, it's directly ripped from this person's work, and you can literally see the patterns just blatantly ripped and stolen, which is kind of crazy. They said, Bungie is of course not obligated to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language that I have refined for the last decade, but clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over their game without pay or attribution. Actually wild. They also said this, which is crazy. I hid loss in my design 6 years ago and nobody caught on. Hear from the future, if anyone doubts the theft of your art, this also confirms it. They put loss in. Look, there's the 1, the 2, and then the 1 and the 1 laying down. Actually insane, bro. Like, they directly stole it. Like, that is actually so crazy. So the Marathon dev team, I think this is their official account, I'm assuming, they said, we immediately investigated a concern regarding unauthorized use of artist decals in Marathon and confirmed that a former Bungie artist included these in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in-game. That is crazy that you did not vet that. And then later on today, Bungie had to delay a planned Marathon gameplay showcase to remove stolen art from the game. They reached out to the original artist Anti-Real and claim they made things right with her. And then apparently this is the response. This came out like just a couple hours ago. Marathon art director Joseph Cross has addressed the recent art plagiarism claims live on stream, issuing a direct personal apology to Anti-Real. There is absolutely no excuse for this oversight. At least they're not going to try to explain it away. I'm glad that they just say there's no excuse. What do they say? Let me see the actual clip.
Great. And so to that extent, I want to send my personal apology to Anti-Real, whose work was used in this case. And I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share mutual appreciation for a specific genre of graphic design, and it's very exciting, and I'm excited to have folded that into our style in general. So thanks for listening, and thanks for your patience. Great.
This is the type of scandal that might cook a game before it even drops. Those eye bags are crazy. Wait, who? This guy? Oh my goodness. Look, dog, get some sleep, bro. Damn! I thought mine were bad. By the way, Joseph Cross follows that artist on Twitter. I mean, maybe they followed them after finding out. That is crazy, though. That is actually insane. It also looks like he's reading it off of his phone.
Her work is fantastic.
Okay, he is reading it off of his phone. This is kind of crazy, bro. No, Joseph Cross followed her for years beforehand. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bro, you are cooked. This is so cooked. This is so unapologetically cooked, dude. Literally the coolest thing about Marathon, in spite of being a lame extraction shooter, was the art style, and now, even if it wasn't entirely ripped off from that one artist, it certainly feels like it. I mean, I had no intention of playing this game, you know what I'm saying? I had literally no intention, but that is insane. Here's the full apology. Ooh! Claims former Bungie employee was responsible. Fourth time in recent years Bungie has been accused of plagiarism. What were the other times? Oh, nah.
Attention that an artist who worked on Marathon took elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in 2020. The decal sheet included icons and text elements. These elements ended up in our alpha build, and there's absolutely no excuse for this oversight, and we are working on and 100% committed to our review process.
He's so quiet. Hold on. I have it all the way up.
Ensure instances like this don't happen again on Marathon or at Bungie. A few of the things that we've done over the last 24 hours and what we're doing to shore up the review process are as follows.
Y'all saved all that money by not hiring a graphic designer. You couldn't get a teleprompter? Come on, you had the money, dog. You cut the corners, dog. You can afford a teleprompter. You don't need to be fucking craning down your neck, dude.
We've reached out to Anti-Real, the artist in question, and followed up to ensure that we do right by this artist. We're auditing all of the previous work by the artist, the internal artist, including the environment decals already in the build, which is part of why we're delaying some of the content we're going to show today. And we're committed to removing anything that is questionably or inappropriately sourced. We're doing a very broad decal audit, and if we locate any other details or elements, we'll make sure that those are eliminated, recreated in-house for sure. Hundreds of artists have worked on this project for years, internally and externally, and we share many influences, including modernism, Swiss typography, 2000s style vector art, cyberpunk, and of course the original Marathon trilogy. Our style is a result of all of those inspirations. And it's also worth noting that none of our external partners who've worked on branding or any part of the visual design of our game were involved with this situation. And lastly, personally, you know, I have a huge amount of respect.
Nobody like hit one of these, bro. Like nobody was like, let me Google Lens this real quick. Oh, look, oh, the guy. Nobody hit one of those. Nobody. Here's all the other shit Bungie copied. Bro. This is so bad. This looks so bad. What are your actual graphic designers doing? Paying them for? Back it up already. Bear walking away emoji. This one.